assault rifle, but I really need where I'm going. Is it alright if I just go?
You're all clear, sir.
Thank you.
I'm trying to go through here. Is it okay if I go?
I'm gonna need you to step aside, sir. Remove your shoes, your belts, patch you down. You have any weapons on you, sir?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, sir.
Remove your shoes. Okay, step aside.
It's time to stop!
Just like this painting, race was created. It is a powerful idea that was invented by society. Race is an enduring concept that has molded our nation's economy, laws, and social institutions. It is a complex notion that has shaped each of our destinies. The legacy of race continues to affect us in a variety of ways. Deeply held assumptions about race and enduring stereotypes make us think that gaps in wealth, health, housing, education, employment, or physical ability in sports are natural. And we fail to see the privileges that some have been granted and others denied because of skin color.
I think racism definitely is a problem, and you see about it on the news, you hear stories about it, and there's definitely something that needs to be done because it is a big issue.
There's obviously a problem going on. I mean, there's no scarcity of the many accounts there are of racism. For example, there was a racial profiling incident in which, on the New York Daily News, a flight attendant kicked 4 Brooklyn men off a recent Toronto to New York flight for looking too Muslim, claiming their appearance made the captain uneasy. They were told to just be peaceful, making it seem like they were a threat, making other passengers uncomfortable and wanting to get off the flight, said Tahani Abushi, who represents them. They didn't cite any basis of inappropriate or boisterous behavior. Their situation wasn't a security issue or threat, charged Abushi. It's the plaintiff's position that the reason they were taken off the flight is because this is blatant discrimination. On Raw Story, there was a sick woman who said she was asked to show her breast pump to fellow passengers on a Delta Airlines flight to prove that she wasn't a terrorist. Valerie Carr, an attorney and filmmaker, who regularly appears on MSNBC, said she was waiting to board a flight to Los Angeles when she removed the luggage tag on her carry-on bag where she kept her breast pump. The passenger behind me raised his voice, Carr wrote on her Facebook page. I turned around. He was a white man and his face was angry. He asked why I removed the tag. I offered to explain, but he said he didn't want to know. She said the man instead raised his suspicions with other passengers in line, and an alarmed and angered gate agent questioned her. I explained that I was a nursing mother, but she still didn't let me board with my bag, Carr said. Her face was just as angry. I had to pull out the breast pump to show her. Only then was I allowed to take my seat. All the passengers in first class watched, and I smiled weakly to show them I wasn't a terrorist.
You know, racism, it doesn't apply to just one thing. It pretty much applies to everyone, and they will encounter it at some point in their lives if they haven't already.
It's a complex issue, I'd say, but I mean, my entire life I've grown up around people of different races and ethnicities. After a while, I've never really had a problem making friends with them and communicating. I feel like the best solution you can do is just encouraging people to make friends without discrimination. I feel like if people were educated more about cultural differences, then fear would more or less be eradicated from it, because the only reason people fear is because they don't understand other people's culture.
One definite thing we need to see happen in order to help combat racism and racial profiling is we need to see more participation of the government in condemning acts of racism and such. For example, on the Chicago Tribune, they reported on Dylan Roof, the unrepentant man who was sentenced to death Tuesday for fatally shooting 9 black church members during a Bible study session, becoming the first person ordered executed for a federal hate crime. The way this was received by the government was little to no coverage on it, almost as if it was overlooked because it was a white supremacist terrorist attack instead of the normal brown guy terrorist attack. The solution to racism obviously won't be an easy thing. However, there are many different things that can be done in order to combat racism. For example, The American government does need to begin denouncing and condemning all forms of hate crimes and having harsher punishments to keep people away from committing the same acts. Education is probably the biggest tool to help fighting racism. As we previously stated before, ignorance breeds fear, and fear breeds hate and racism.
Will the defendant please rise and face the jury? What is your verdict?
Break out, Lucille.
I think they can, first off, educate others, and a big start to stopping racism is awareness. And you can also make friends with people of other races and ethnicities and don't have it be a barrier or hold you back in any way. Hey man, I'm sorry about earlier. I apologize for that. That was wrong.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I got educated.
Hey man, nice meeting you guys, man. You guys wanna go down and smoke some hookah?
Sure.